Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 114 of my brand new Comics Haul series, where I show you guys all the new books that I pick up at my local comic shop every single week, and I tell you guys everything you need to know about every single issue. So 6 issues in total this week that I ended up picking up. I've got 5 from Marvel and 1 from Image, so let's just hop right into it here, probably with the biggest release of the week. One of the most controversial comics that's come out in, I don't know, I want to say a few years at this point. This one is definitely a big deal, but Amazing Spider-Man number 26, right? So I decided to pick up the spoiler variant just because you get like this nice cardstock cover and it's the same price. Yeah, on the back here, it's Spidey explaining that you shouldn't open up the cover unless you want to get spoiled. So yeah, there's a spoiler cover on the inside here. I won't show it to you guys. I mean, I'm sure everyone is already aware of the spoiler that's happened. Marvel really weirdly revealed the death of this character that they said was, a major character was going to die in this issue. They've been teasing that for a while, but they didn't bother waiting until the issue came out. They just spoiled it for us right off the bat. So I'll show some interior artwork, though. This is the big finale to this story arc that's been going on since, I think, number 21, where we've had the whole backstory revealed about Mary Jane and her new husband, her new partner, and their kids that they've had, revealing more about like this alternate dimension reality that Spidey and Mary Jane were originally sent into by this villain who I already can't remember the name of, but yeah, it gave an explanation for the kids, what their whole deal is and everything, and I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting, but this is going to be my last issue of this series. It's just been really hit or miss for me so far, and a lot of the issues have really been disappointing. I feel like there's also just not enough dialogue in every issue, so definitely not my favorite Amazing Spider-Man run. And yeah, I just wanted to finish off this story arc. Got the special spoiler variant cover, but yeah, number 27 I won't be picking up. We'll see how it continues to be. Hopefully I'm not making a bad decision here, but it does seem like so far this run is kind of going downhill. I don't like to be too negative, but yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking of the announcement, what happens in this issue, and whether you're going to continue reading Amazing Spider-Man or not, because I'll be curious to see how long that run ends up lasting. Let's move on, though, to some other Marvel comics here. Next up here, we've got Carnage number 13. So they messed up on this. I think it's supposed to say Carnage Reigns, right? This is Carnage Reigns Part 3, but there's no sort of like tag on there like there have been in the other issues of Carnage Reigns. But yeah, anyone who's in the loop knows that this is Carnage Reigns Part 3, right? Let's show some interior artwork, though. So far, this is just like, I think it's a 7-part event. It's going to be in total, where we see Carnage facing off against Miles Morales and kind of their first like crossover event that they've ever had. And it's turning out that it's going to end up being more of like kind of a street level event as compared to what's been going on in the Carnage ongoing series, where we've seen the Carnage symbiote separated from Cletus Cassidy and like making its way around the universe, around the multiverse, like taking different villains' powers and becoming its own powerful being in and of itself. But this event so far has been more ground level, right? And we've had more of a focus on Cletus Cassidy and what's going on with him, this kind of like warped Carnage symbiote that he now has control over, and Miles Morales just kind of tracking him down. So fun event, nothing too crazy going on in it so far, but the artwork is good, the writing has been great, it's just, something fun to read. Nothing too serious, but a good event so far. I wonder why they didn't put the tag on this one, though. That's kind of weird. That's Carnage Reigns, Part 3, but it's Carnage number 13. Next up from Marvel, we've got the last issue of a long series here, the 12th issue of Punisher, right? So this is the big conclusion to this series that's been running for, I guess, the last year at this point. Every single issue has been oversized, and it's all been leading to this last like big finale where we've seen Punisher progressing his way through working for the Hand, this ninja organization, where he's been given the power of the Beast that they all worship. And it's like this new version of Punisher, right, where he's much more powerful, where he's got superpowers like other heroes have. Jason Aaron is the guy to write that kind of thing. He really makes epic stories out of heroes that might not have had that type of thing before, like he did with Thor. And this has been one of my favorite Marvel Comics runs ever since it started. So throughout the whole run, we've had like narration by Maria, right, who's his wife, who he resurrected as part of his deal with working with the Hand, and her like uncovering the secrets of what's actually going on in the present while telling the backstory of her marriage with Frank, right? So we've been like leading up to the present day throughout all these flashbacks, and I'm sure things will come full circle here. I've been really looking forward to this issue, and we'll see how it turns out in this last one. So really great series. I do recommend it. Hopefully they'll have like a hardcover coming out soon for that or something. Next up from Marvel, though, I've got another oversized issue. This one just has a backup story in it, though. I think the main story is just, the standard 20 pages, but this one is Doctor Strange number 3. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on in this issue. I know it has some sort of focus on Dormammu, and from what I've heard, I think it's a little bit more of a one-off compared to some of the other stories in the previous 2 issues of this series. This is written by Jed MacKay, though, who's probably my favorite writer, at least from Marvel Comics right now. I've been really liking everything he's doing. Yeah, there you go. Dormammu looks like coming to the door of the Sanctum Sanctorum. So maybe something happened to him, but we got some Bats the Ghost Dog action in there also. What I like about Jed MacKay series at Marvel that he's done so far, like Moon Knight, is that each issue is like interconnected in and of itself with like ongoing plot threads. But then each issue can also be pretty standalone, right? So we get like a different story told in every single one. So it'll be interesting to see a look into what's going on with Dormammu in this issue. And yeah, here's some of that backup artwork that we also see here. So I don't know about those backup stories. They charge you an extra $1, but you know, it's whatever. It's not too horrible of an add-on, right? So that's Doctor Strange number 3. Next up from Marvel is the last issue I picked up from them this week, though. This is another ongoing series that I've been enjoying so far. This is Deadpool number 7. So the main artist for this, actually, Martin Coccolo, right, who did, I think, the first 5 issues, he's just been announced to be the new ongoing artist on Thor, so it looks like we're not actually getting him back on artwork on Deadpool, but he's still in the covers, it looks like, which is pretty cool. Let's see how the artwork is looking in here, though, from our new artist. It looks alright, definitely not quite on the same level as Coccolo, but it'll do the job, right? I really like this series so far just because I think Alyssa Wong, as the new writer, has been capturing the essence of Deadpool really well. She just writes him, doing funny quips all the time. There's nothing too crazy happening, and it's just an easy book to read. That's always pretty funny. So, yeah, we'll see about this art. I'm not too sure about it, but hopefully it'll stay pretty consistent, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the series continues to be ongoing. I'm not sure how many people are still reading this, though. Let me know if you guys are still picking up Deadpool, what you're thinking of it. Lastly, though, like I said, I've got one issue from Image Comics to show you guys. This is probably their biggest series right now. It had a bunch of copies sold when the first issue came out, but this one is World Tree number 2. So as far as I know, this is ongoing. We've got James Tynion IV writing this book, and that first issue wasn't my very favorite. I made a review of it. I think I gave it like maybe a 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10, something like that. I just thought that as the first issue, it didn't really quite give us enough information to work with. We just kind of got introduced to a bunch of like disparate characters, including these people that have put together this like computer virus program that's been like taking over the world that can manipulate people. And there's just a lot of mystery still surrounding everything, which I guess is kind of what James Tynion works with a lot in series like Department of Truth and all that. It can be kind of a slow burn. Just mainly I like reading his stuff because he's good at like writing characters and conversations and all that kind of stuff. We've got some dark artwork in these pages. I don't know if you guys are even capturing that too well on screen, but like some definitely nighttime scenes where it's hard to even see what's going on. So yeah, we'll see about this series ongoing. James Tynion is always good, so I'm at least going to stick with it a few more issues and see how things turn out. And as more is revealed about World Tree, right? So those were the 6 issues I picked up this week for New Comic Book Day. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this New Comic Book Day. Which issues are you looking forward to? If you already read your issues, which one is your favorite this week? Let me know all that down in the comment section below. And for now, that's about it. So I'll see you guys for next week's haul, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.